Okay, it's been really not easy to record recently. I've had so much work, and time was something that wasn't very available. I'm not gonna complain about it because I love my work. I really am passionate about what I do, so it's alright. But now there is a little bit of time, and I can record a new one. We are still on the fourth season, talking about relationships, love affairs, and so on. And in this video, I would like to talk about the famous ONSs, one night stands. Because when it comes to dating, when it comes to meeting people, you have something very, very clear, so to say, which is men have no problems with one night stands in general. Okay, let's just take things here easy. I'm not universalizing and saying that there are no exceptions. I'm just talking in general. And women do have. They think they are not valuing themselves, and they think that one night stands degrade their value, and so on. And I'm just going to present a perspective here, and I hope it's going to be food for thought for you. When I think about one night stands, I don't think probably about what people normally consider a one night stand, which is people who are not really attracted to each other, people who are not really interested in each other in any way, shape, or form. They just get laid and spend one night together because of physiology, because they have the urge to get laid and to have sex. When I think of a one night stand, I'm not thinking of anything like that. It couldn't be further from that. So, what are you talking about when you're talking about a one night stand? Please explain to me what do you mean with a one night stand. The best thing for me to do is not to explain to you, but to recommend you to watch a movie. And the movie that I have to recommend for you is Before Sunrise. If you have never seen this movie, it became a trilogy afterwards, with the second movie being Before Sunset, and the third movie being Before Midnight. And I recommend you the three of them. But why am I recommending the first one of this series, the first one of the trilogy? Because the first one, it is a movie about a one night stand. And you're gonna tell me, no, you're crazy, that can't be, it's a movie about love, I've seen it, and blah blah blah. Look, if we are strict here, and I want to be strict for the purpose of my argument, that movie is about a one night stand. Two people, young, a man and a woman, they meet in a train, they spend a lovely afternoon and evening together, and in the end, they get laid, they sleep with each other. And I think that is one of the most beautiful representations I have ever seen of what I call a one night stand. And this is why I'm giving you this example, because I cannot even conceive in my head the possibility of going to bed with someone, even if it's just for one night, if there is absolutely nothing going on, if there is absolutely nothing that binds me somehow to that person. And if you tell me, oh, it's just enough to find the person hot, I'm gonna tell you, all right, maybe for you. At least for me, it doesn't work. Because if it were like that, every single hot girl that I would see, I would be like, I wanna sleep with this girl. And more often than not, I meet beautiful girls, attractive girls, very, very in shape ones, and with beautiful faces. And in many cases, I'm not interested in them, because there is nothing binding me to them somehow. Nothing. The conversation is not good, the way the person behaves is not good, the way I see the person behaving in a social environment pushes me away from that person. And then you can tell me, yeah, I know, but it's just a one night, it's just one night of sex, of getting laid, and blah blah blah. You don't need to have that much. And I will agree with the part that you don't need to have that much. But in my opinion, you need to have something. And when you watch Before Sunrise, you are going to see that those two people, after spending just a couple of hours together, maybe they spent 9 or 10 hours together, they knew something about each other. The conversation between them was a healthy and a mature one for young people presented in the movie. They are presented as like 20-year-old people. They have mature conversations. They spend some really nice and meaningful and extraordinary time together. They feel attracted to each other for something that goes beyond beauty. They feel attracted to each other by the way they are, by their behavior, personality, their way to interact, and they manage to even admire a little bit each other just after a couple hours together. So, in my opinion and in my experience, because I've had that, it's not only that I identify with the movie because I think the movie is cool. I've had that in my life a couple times, and it's an extraordinary experience. And you don't want to get to your later years and regret that you met someone that was so nice, that you spent such a good time together, that you had such nice and interesting and changing, things that really moved you, conversations that really touched you and that taught you something. And because of some moral value, some moralism, some fear of society or whatever, or even what the other person would think of you, you were like, no, I'm really interested, I'm really attracted to this person, but I'm not gonna get laid tonight. I'm gonna wait at least another 2 or 3 meetings, or even worse, I'm going to wait until the person wants to compromise with me somehow in order to have something. To be very honest, to a certain extent I can understand that. I can follow the way some people that think that way are thinking, but I also leave some space in my life for healthy adventures, let's call them like this. I'm not telling you to go out to the club and get laid every single night with people that you have never seen, and you got drunk together and you go home and you get laid and you regret and you have sex without condoms and you're just an irresponsible teenager. I'm not telling you to do that. What I'm telling you is, if you meet someone, there is that little spark, there is that little fire between you and the person. The person looks at you in a different way just after a couple of hours, and you have nice conversations and things go well. Do not let moral values or society's judgment or friends' judgment or even the other person's judgment affect you. You are interested, the other person is interested, and I don't know, do you prefer to have something real, meaningful, that is honest, and that you feel and that you see that both people are into it, that lasts just for one night? Or do you want to have a fake, stable, non-loving relationship that impresses everyone in your family, in the society, and that you are married for 10, 20 years and you have kids, and by the age of 10, when your kids are 10 years old, you just can't stand each other anymore, you just hate each other guts, and you never really loved each other. You just did it because it was convenient, because you get some benefits from society. In so many countries, getting married and having kids gives you so many social benefits. Do you want to lead that life? Do you want to have that kind of relationship? Do you want to have something long lasting that is absolutely fake? I mean, you can tell me, no, I want to have something long lasting that is real with love and so on. Great, me too, that's amazing. I want to find that. And meanwhile, what are you going to do of your life? You're just going to stay on the bat cave and hide yourself and save yourself for the right person. As I said before, I can follow the reasoning to a certain extent, but when there are other things involved that are just beyond the mere fact that you are interested in the person and the person is interested in you, and everything is going well, and you avoid that because of moral values and people's judgment, friends' judgment, your judgment, the other person's judgment, society's judgment, then you are being prisoner of values that maybe don't belong to you. that are not the most important ones, the most relevant ones. So consider that when you meet someone and there is something really nice, special, and sparkling going on. See you in the next episode.